Hey y'all, welcome to PTB Designs for You. And today I just came on here. I'm gonna do a trial where I'm gonna try to post a video every other day, and that is a whole lot for me. And today, um, I love making jewelry, but full time I'm a bus driver, and I decided to make one of the girls these boots on the ground. I noticed the other day she had on some brown boots, some brown cowboy boots, and she was my monitor for the day. So, to reward her for being a good monitor for the day, and we're out. So, we're not going back to school till January 5th. But I thought I'd get a head start on myself because I also make um, something for them for their birthday, each of them birthday. I only have like 15 students on my bus, my elementary run. So it seems like at first their birthdays was bam, 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 one right after the other. And then little things in between that one girl, she made a cheerleading squad. So I made her some little pom-pom keychains to put on her backpack. And then she came in, Miss Pam, my friend wants some too. She made the cheerleading squad, so I made her one. And then I made another one, her birthday with her name on a bracelet, and then one of her friends wanted one. So it keeps me busy. This girl that I made these for also has a little sister. And her little sister, I know is going to want some too. I just know it. So her favorite color is blue. Now the little sister, I see her run a lot of pink and purples. And then I thought, well, these are good for. She's a fourth or fifth grader, so these are good for her. But for the fifth grader, but I didn't want to make them as long for the first grader. And these just came on. I knew I didn't secure that well, so I'm gonna do it now and secure it better. Oh, I must didn't have the other one closed. Let me see. This loop is not closed. I might have to put a longer head pin in it because it barely fit. I could barely make a loop on it. So I might just do that with a head pin that I'm gonna make because that was the longest head pin that I had in copper. So instead of fighting with it, I'm just gonna design another head pin that's longer for this one. Okay, so um, for this one, I just put it on a head pin. The tools that you need is your typical tools, your round nose pliers, and I use my 6 bell step pliers to make sure that I have all my loops the same size and to shape the ear wire. My flat nose pliers, of course you're going to need some flash cutters, and I use this marker to shape my ear wire. Okay, so first things first, you get a head pin out. See, these head pins are about 2 inches. So that's okay for this one because this one doesn't have as much on it. The heel of the boot has pretty big size hole in it, so I did use a 8mm seed bead, and then I just put my boot on and a wood bead, and I used a faceted lavender 6mm bead. Okay, so that's the boot. And then I just did a 45-degree angle with my pliers to hold everything in place. 45-degree angle. Cut just a little bit of this off. It's just a little too long for just a simple loop. And then I used the smallest, I think it's 2mm. Put it all the way to the end so that you have a nice round loop. And then just close that loop. Then I made my ear wire, so usually I leave it on one and just fold it in half, and I don't know why I cut them. So I'm going to put these side by side. Take my smallest again. I don't need a big loop. Fold it over. Make you a simple loop. Then I want to use the marker right there at that bend and shape all the way around till it meets the loop. Okay, and the reason why I did this is because I've noticed the girls, they don't use the backs. If you put backs on them, they don't use the backs and they tend to lose the earring. So I said if I made it a bigger circle, but not so big that it takes up too much of the ear or the length. So that's why I decided to use a circle more than a fish hook. Well, it's still fish hook, it's just more rounded. Then I'm going to take my flat nose, make it bend, and then trim them. Just need enough of this so that it goes into the ear easily. And then I have this reamer, and what this reamer does is it makes the end of the earring smooth. They do have some electric ones, and that's on my wish list. I'm gonna get me one of those electric ones. So I just kind of rotate it round and round so that it comes out smooth on the end, no scratches. You can also use a fingernail file if you don't have this. But this does really good in rounding that sharp edge. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is to harden my ear wires because they're going to get a lot of play with it. So I'm going to use my mallet hammer with the rubber and the silicone on it. I have a chasing hammer over here to the side. Put it over here. And I'm just going to hammer just to hard like I said, these are little girls, and they're like caught in their coats and in their hair and all this kind of stuff. So you want to make sure your ear wires have some strength to it to endure all that. And you can make them flat. I like some of those flattened ear wires. I think they're pretty. Okay. Now, I'm going to clean it off. And all I have to do is attach it to the earring. Open it up sideways. You know, I've seen some people when they open it up sideways and then they close it like that. And then they bring it to. You know, and I'm like, that's good. It looks easy when they do it. It looks so simple. But go with what you know. Go with what you know. And if you practice that method and it works for you, do it. Do it till you're satisfied. Whatever it is. Y'all don't want me to start singing. For real, for real. And attach the other one. And you want to make sure the tip of the uh, wire is meeting the back of that to secure the earring. So, oh, I'm sorry. Now, the next thing I'm going to have to do is get me some more lighting in here. So we have 2 pair of earrings for the girls. I will be coming with more. And I was gonna put these on there, but I thought, like I said, you know, she's only 5-6 years old, and that would have made them just too long. I may be wrong, and she's gonna say, I want something like my sister. And then I was like, well, here, give them to me, and I'll go add it on there. Ask your mom if you can wear earrings that long as your sister. And then I'll see her come from school with one earring, the other one's gone, or after I done remade it. Okay, thank you for watching. Hit the subscribe button. I will be coming back for more. Stay tuned, and hopefully I'll show you things that you haven't seen or things that you have seen that you know, you might want to try again or whatever. But we'll be doing this thing. Thank you. Ta-ta.